Okay, moving right along. We're going to continue on here, understanding and seeing what the aspect of man's five senses are about and how you are governed and controlled by your perceptible reality around you. If you take the cube and you unfold it, these are all the different aspects that you can unfold the cube to look like. You can't unfold it to look in any other shape other than these. So let's look and see how some of this imagery has been used in movies, religion, cartoons, entertainment, all around us. Alright, if you understand what this lapel pin is, this is showing you a Masonic symbol representing Tubal Cain. A lot of people think, well, it's talking about a golf club and golf balls, Tubal Cain. Well, no, it's not. It's talking about the phallus and your testicles, your balls. If you understand the gentleman that did the series and came up with James Bond 007, it's the same concept. Tubal Cain, 007. At any rate, if you look at the unfolding of the cube here, this is an aspect depiction. It's a concept. Now, am I saying this is an exact likeness? Excuse me. No. It's a conceptual depiction. There's a reason it's done. Okay? Let's look at some more of these. Let's see the cross, the iconography of the cross. This is something that's held and cleaved to very, very dearly, very precious in religious circles. It's a very closely guarded religious dogma of the cross. It's a depiction. The triple tau, again, unfolding of the cube. The tau symbol is used. The tau represents in Hebrew desire, and it's how to govern and control you in your desire. You are the traveling fool. The Franciscans have the symbol of the tau. Odin used the mighty hammer. Thor had a mighty hammer. It's the concept of governing. And what's the point behind the hammer being the tau, which represents desire in Hebrew? What does Thor do with his hammer? What does Odin do with his hammer? It's the absolute wielding of destruction, the absolute wielding of the will, inferring it, commanding it. Well, if you wield a hammer and you destroy something, you smash something, what they're trying to let you see and understand is if you live for this world, gain the world and lose your soul, you are the fool. You're the traveling fool. You will destroy yourself. Well, they're going to help you along the way. They're going to help you destroy yourself. It's a concept. And when you see this imagery in the esoteric writings of going back over anywhere from the last 150 to 200 years to 300 to 400, 500 years. The reason I say 150 to 200 years is because the English that is there is easily understood. If you go back further than that, a lot of the these and thous are used, and it's hard to understand. But universally, the people used language and word symbols and conceptual imagery to convey answers and to convey messages to one another. So do some homework, look into it. I'll do more studies and have to break that down a little bit more myself, but let's move forward. All right, when I was a little kid in the 70s, you had this fella named Captain Marvel, and the fellow was kind of a bushy-headed cornball, but he would, when he needed to change into character, he'd hold one hand up in the air and say Shazam, and boom, he'd turn into this fella. Now this is a cartoon depiction of the fella, but he didn't look like this all muscled up. He was kind of cheesy, but you can find him on the internet. At any rate, this was a symbol, like it's on his chest, just like this symbol. It's all about the cube and how to stylize it to trick kids into cleaving to their desire of their senses and selling product when the kids are watching us through commercials and so forth. Flash Gordon, he has the same concept of the lightning bolt, and you know, lo and behold, right there in the middle of Flash Gordon's name, you have Saturn. If you don't understand Saturn and the five senses, I did a series on it. It's all the same as this cube. It's a concept of how to enslave you. And this one is the same thing. Saturn. It's a concept on how to enslave you. All right, this represents, or can depict, I should say, the SS symbol. What did the SS soldiers do in World War II? They were the guardians of the Almighty. Who was the Almighty? Hitler. Okay? If you understand what the runic alphabet is showing you, and that's what these are runic symbols from the old Germanic. All these symbols are showing you the same thing. Well, this one's pretty clear and pretty easy to see the cube there. These, sit and look at them and understand, do some homework and understand what these symbols meant. And it's easy to see, wow, it's a depiction of the cube and how we're controlled. The SS, what does it mean? Serpent seed, sons of the serpent. There's a lot of layers of meaning and interpretation. They all eventually will lead to the truth, but if you understand the stylization of what the SS represents, the SS in the English alphabet reduces to the number 6, and they're showing you 66. 66 is a very, very venerated number of the Luciferians, and I'll be putting forward a series on that as well. So what am I trying to tell you in all this? These are a little more muddied up, a little more, well, it looks innocent. You know, if you go into a priest's office and you see this on the wall, well, he may not be able to explain to you why it's used, but it's used nonetheless. You go into a Protestant church and you may see this on the wall, and so forth. The concept, what I'm trying to tell you is, the stuff is hidden in plain sight all around you. Some people are very good at hiding it. Some people are clueless and have no more idea than the man in the moon. Hey, that just looks cool. Well, that is some of the aspects of it. But the point is, it's all about you and how to manipulate and control your reality. So I hope the next couple of videos here will help bring this home a little bit better. So until then, remember always, think Jesus.